It'll be the Thunder off the tip. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And it's Gallinari missing. And Leonard has it in the corner. Inside. And Adams sends it back. Paul against Beverly. The shot by Paul, no good. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
That one drops for him.
There's the willingness to compete from Steven Adams right there. Finishes through contact.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He said efficiency is a buzzword around the league, and that's Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't turn it over, doesn't take bad shots. He can give you 30 and never force a thing. Kevin, that doesn't sound like an easy assignment.
Thanks, David. Paul looking over the floor. Releases from 15. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Makes it off the glass.
Well, with his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Count that one. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Paul outside. Five to shoot. From deep three-point range, Morris with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Paul with the ball. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game.
The steals thing is just...
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Harrell, Lou Williams out there with Jackson, then it's Green, and it's Shamet in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
You can make a case that Lou Williams is at his best in that kind of situation, dynamite in transition.
And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
So he gets them both. And Brent, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah, and that one's good. Noel.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Jackson kicks to Harrell. Pulls it up. And the shot is long.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Schroeder. He had 27 points last game. Here's Ferguson. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Those three-pointers off the mark. Clippers leading by 7. Outside, Green for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Schroeder against Jackson. And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Schroeder. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here comes Williams all alone. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after that lead. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now, here is Gallinari. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. Left side, George shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And George gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thunder trailing by 15. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Paul, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most. And that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Can't make it a distraction. They get the rebound. Adams. Count that one.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
Clippers leading by 13. Beverly dishes to Harrell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Now, here is Gallinari. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Leonard the pass to George. Fires from 14. It's hauled in by Adams.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And there it is for him. Paul's got 5.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Shamet in its small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers leading by 11. Fires the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Shamet's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Here's Schroeder. No good there. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Leonard with the steal. Noel against Williams. Nobody near Leonard. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 14.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Williams, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And the Clippers lead by 14. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're behind by 14. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Zubac is checked in for Jackson. And the Thunder making a switch here. Schroeder against Williams. Noel down low. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Schroeder outside. Clock at 6. Tries again. That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Clippers leading by 14. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul of the game. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Williams finds Harrell. The three from Leonard. The Thunder pull it in. And here is Paul. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Paul, obviously your team.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.